Welcome to Suzanne's studio, and I'm Suzanne Barnett, your host. I always start out my show saying that I'm so excited, but I really am tonight because I get to interview two darling, adorable young men who are not only that, but they are employees of KMVT. And they happen to be some of the very best ones. And I'm so proud to introduce Robin Frank. Welcome, Robin. And our new employee, Rene Mendoza,
Hi.
who used to always be my cameraman and still is. And you're an employee. What kind of employee are you?
I'm a good employee, I think. I don't know. I think I'm a good employee. I don't know. It depends who you ask. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I meant, what kind of work do you do
What I do?
here?
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, I'm sorry. People submit their episodes, and I make them go up on the air and play. And I also upload up to YouTube and program throughout the month or throughout the week, different episodes.
So did you have quite a background in high tech?
No, not
No?
really.
How'd
I just
you-
learned. I just watched Josh, the previous Playback manager, and just followed him, asked him questions, and see how he did it, and then just try to absorb all I could.
And you just did it.
Yeah.
And you've always been such a good camera person
Thank you.
for our shows. Yeah. Okay, I'll get back to you. And Robin, I have interviewed you a couple of times, right?
Yes.
And you are so multi-talented. You are the lighting person here, and you do other things. Don't you have your own show too? You've produced
Actually,
your
I
show?
gave it up.
Oh, you had to. How come?
Well, this is going to sound crazy. I had extreme difficulty getting the guests I wanted.
Who did you want?
Believe it or not, I was going to have you, but you were supposed to be further on down the line.
You already interviewed me.
Yeah,
You
but
forgot.
no, I know I interviewed you, but you see, I actually had many of the hosts I was going to have as guests, and I was going to interview them on various subjects that I knew that they were very well versed in. And believe it or not, they didn't want to talk to me about the subject they were well versed in.
I can't believe that.
That is the honest truth.
Really? We should investigate that. Robin, you are such a high-tech person. You're so good at it, and I know you are too. But Robin, I know what you really love.
Yeah,
Music.
true enough.
Tell us a little bit about your music.
Well, I'm going to talk about the theory of music.
Okay.
Music is used to, well, basically soothe the savage beast. It's, let's take love music. It gives men the courage to try to say what they would like to their girlfriend or the girl that they would like, and it gives the girl the insanity to say yes. I mean, what else can you ask for in music?
So you think that's the whole object of music?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Tell stories.
Yeah.
Peter and the Wolf was a musical score. Nutcracker was a musical score. And like I said, the love songs. Guys have a great deal of difficulties. Even show-offs sometimes have extreme difficulty trying to talk to someone that they are truly interested in.
What's your favorite kind of music?
Well, actually, I honestly listen to symphony. In the car, I will listen to full symphony, 105-piece. When I'm at home, I will probably listen to the music from the very, very late 40s, early 50s, to about mid-60, about the mid-1960s. And then sometimes I go off on a tangent with my parents' music, really
What
crank
kind?
that up. Oh, the Benny Goodman, Artie Shaw, the stuff they grew up with. My mom's still alive, but they would be 93. So they grew up with that.
Okay. Don't tell me, Renee, that you like the new kind of music.
I like a little bit of everything. Like Robin said, I listen to a lot of my mom's music too. A lot of Bee Gees, a lot of a lot of the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack.
You're young, aren't you?
That was what I got. That's what I grew up with. I want a lot of Beatles. When I was younger, I'm like, stop it, and I just put on my cartoons and I kind of drowned it out. But I'm trying to get into it though again. Hear my mom's music.
And I understand you're crazy about comic books. Tell us, what's your favorite?
It depends on the writer. When I first started reading comic books, I was on to the X-Men, which they're still my favorite superhero group. But right now I'm reading a lot of Daredevil. I like that idea of a blind lawyer who's also a vigilante at night, that duality of working outside the law and inside the law.
Do you have to go to a special shop to get comic books?
Yeah, I think so. There's a local store here in Mountain View that I go to that I've been going since I was 13 years old. I've been going there for 14 years. But they're starting to go back into the local mom and pop shops. But I just go to the specialty store because they have everything I want, every titles I read.
So tell us about your hobbies.
Right now, I'm just reading comic books, and every now and then when I get a chance to write, I write some short. I'm working some short screenplays coming to film school.
No kidding.
And so I'm just trying to write some shorts to just shoot locally and just get back into that grind of writing, directing, and editing again.
How interesting is that, really? And you have time to do that?
I make time. I have to make time. Like on the
Yeah.
weekends when I'm, or at night when I have nothing to do, I just sit down and write. I erase more than I actually move on. Like I write 5 pages, delete 3, and start again.
That is actually a normal process.
Yeah.
You are not alone.
Yeah, no, it's.
So how do you get your ideas?
I daydream too much.
Oh, it's daydreaming. Well, of
Yeah.
course, that's how you would do that. So tell us what it's like. We have to promote KMVT. I
Right.
mean, we've got 2 of the most important, hottest employees. So let's talk about KMVT.
Okay.
You start.
Well, KMVT. I don't know. You've been here longer. Do you want to go first?
Well, I kind of have to default because I kind of some ways grew up in the industry. My father worked for Ampex,
Oh, wow.
which gave birth to audio and video tape recording, but this was all on the highly technical side. And then my mother, although she was an accountant, she worked at Bell and Howell, which basically made the very large studio cameras for Hollywood originally. So I actually had all this equipment coming home during the weekends that I could play with, and then it would go back Monday, and then next Friday we would project and find out what I did right or wrong. So I just kind of grew up with this. It was somewhat simple.
Do you really enjoy your job?
Oh, I have fun.
Tell why. This is what we want to hear.
Well, it's very simple. I liked differently than most people, but I was trained really old school. My actual work originally was high tech in electronics, electrical, and electromechanical engineering. And I was trained in all that as well as radio and television by people that were not the pioneers, but the generation just after the pioneers. They were trained by the pioneers. They were the ones that brought the TV from black and white to color. They're the ones that made stereophonic recording and all that possible. They're the ones that trained me. So they had the foundation from the pioneers. They came in, learned from them, and basically as I went through high school and college, after I would graduate, they would retire.
So you're saying you kind of came into it naturally?
Yes.
And the thing about you, Robin, is that you're very focused. I mean, like I'll come in and I'll say, "Hi, Robin," but you're so focused. Sometimes you can hardly say hi. I mean, I don't get hurt, maybe a little bit, but you know what I'm saying is that you're so devoted to what you're doing, and I think that's so. Don't you, Rene?
Yeah.
I think that's so wonderful, because people aren't that way necessarily. So
Well,
you have.
Well, the thing
We're
is,
so lucky to have you at KMVT, right?
well, the thing is,
Rene?
we only have so much time to get various things done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, tonight it's kind of an unusual night. We don't have a show after this, but quite frequently there's a show directly after.
Right.
And, well, the thing is, if you look at television, the clock rises in New York and sets in Hawaii. So the thing about it is, the clock is in New York. If you you can't say, well, let's push it 5 minutes or pull it 5 because the clock's in New York.
What does that mean?
Okay, the shows that they start in New York.
Yeah.
They go up to satellite, come down to so we can see it, and it looks like they're so.
So how do you relate ours to that?
Well, it was all my training.
Oh, I see.
I can't set aside the training. It has to be like that.
Oh, so well, I think I'm a little foggy.
I'm a maniac. No, the thing is, okay, you're at home, you watch Donahue, Oprah, and Leno. It all comes like this. Well, Donahue is coming from New York, Oprah is coming from Chicago, and Leno is coming from Los Angeles. All those gates have to be opened and closed, so the shows fall right in line.
So you're relating our shows the same way?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Oh, you are devoted and dedicated.
Well,
Boy, are we lucky to have you.
it's
Right.
the way I,
Okay, so what's your favorite part of your job?
when I get it to the point where I'm proud of what I do.
Oh, how nice.
I mean, anyone can throw a couple lights and make an image. Some can make a pretty good image, but until I go, that is what I want, then I am really ecstatic.
You're a real artist. Okay, it's your turn, Rene.
My turn. So my first experience with KMVT was when I was 12 in '98. I was in a after-school program called Tween Time at Crittenden. And so we went to KMVT when it used to be on Rainstorf. And at that point, I wanted to be an actor because I was narcissistic. I'm still narcissistic, but not as much. Maybe a healthy amount. A healthy amount of narcissism.
Yeah.
And then I found out that I like being behind the camera more than in front of the camera. And so that's when my little, I had the bug for, I guess, filmmaking. That's when I started tracking more about directors, screenwriters, actors, about trying to watch all the movies I could. And then went to film school and then came back. And then a couple of years I found this still was going. So I decided to volunteer, and then I'm always kind of almost here every day now, a little bit.
Are you really?
Almost, not always, but almost.
What's the most fun part for you?
Everything. I like it. Well, what I do is just, I like crewing on the show, with people, interacting with people. I like making a show. And then my job too, I like that too, just make shows go air, what people have done, making it go out. I like pushing the final product out on the air.
And I understand you would like to produce.
Right now, working on one with my friends and with another.
What's it about?
One of them is just like a movie show, or entertainment. Just talk about pop culture, about movies, TV shows, what's happening in the news, musicians, and then another one that I want to do. This is just, if I had the money or the budget, is I would kind of do a news report show, but about comic books, and I would interview actors dressed as characters, as like Superman or as Batman. In ideal world, that's what I would be able to do.
And so what do you think is going to happen with our station in the next 5 years?
I don't know. That's a good question. There's a lot of financial issues going on that I've been hearing about. So I don't know if I don't know what the issue is with that.
Well, we are currently engaged in a fundraising to convert the whole system to digital. Right now, we're kind of a half digital, half analog situation. But, the thing is that anyone can buy inexpensive, but the thing about inexpensive is under perfect conditions, you cannot tell the difference between something really inexpensive and a real good unit. It's when things are in the critical, hard to get situations is when the cheap ones fall apart. I'm not talking about physically, but image quality, sound quality. That's where the inexpensive things show that they're cheap. Whereas to get high quality equipment, it costs bucks, big
Yeah.
bucks.
And so our station always needs that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. But I understand that Bobby and Shelley, tell the audience who they are.
Well, Bobby, he is probably the. Well, no, that's right. Doc's is slightly older than him as far as time at the station. But Bobby basically is somewhat the production manager. He manages all the sports. He manages the studio. He teaches quite a bit of the classes. So he is very important.
And Shelley's the director.
Right.
Yeah. She's fabulous.
Oh, she
And
is.
they just got the award. Did you know that?
No.
Oh,
No.
maybe I'm speaking out of turn.
You tell.
No, the Wave Award thing for the mentors.
I did not know.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
They're
You
keeping
guys
it,
are
they're,
supposed
they're
to
keeping it
know
hush
this.
hush. I didn't know at all.
You didn't know it all. But just think, the next time I interview you both, probably, you're going to get some award, aren't you? Well, you're so new, though, Rene.
well,
Maybe.
But you're so good.
well, see,
yeah.
technically, I don't get awards. I kind of help support the people that get the awards.
Well, how does that feel not to get the awards?
You get used to it. I'm sorry, you get used to it.
You know, you are so cute. I have to tell the audience that this was, what, about 2 years ago?
Yes.
One of the guests didn't show up. Of course, that never happens, right? Right. And so I said, I need someone from the crew, from here. And Robin said, I would like to. And I thought, isn't that wonderful that Robin, you didn't seem to be nervous about it or anything. Well, we started interviewing, and we were going to talk about, what were we going to talk about? Music.
That
What,
was-
right?
that
Right.
was
I'll never
amazing.
let you live it down. So, see, Robin, as you could tell from the beginning of the show, that he's, pretty well versed in music. Well, he got on the subject of high-tech stuff. I didn't know what in the world you were talking about. So, but he's so smart, you can talk about anything. So ever since then, I've teased you about it. But that was so cute because you can talk about anything, Robin. So
But
you
I-
should be in front of the camera.
But I also made you a promise that I would never do that to you again. So believe me, and I tend to honor that promise.
Yeah, I know. You're talking about just anything I'm asking you. You just have to be on many times, Robin.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
And the thing is that's so wonderful is that you're a bit of a ham, and it takes one to know one. It's so cute, though, the way Robin says, anytime you need someone to interview. Now, how do you feel about that, Rene?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Well, you see, this is going to sound crazy. You did have a desire from the beginning to be in front. And from what I just heard of Rene's history, he had a desire to be in front.
No kidding,
But
Rene.
I
Hello.
had to learn how to be in front.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
But I'm more of like, I guess it's kind of a weird thing, kind of the right thing. Look at me, but don't look at me. Like, acknowledge me, talk about me, but don't say it in my face.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're so handsome, and those dimples are so hot.
I don't know.
Don't the ladies like your dimples?
There's more to me than my dimples.
They're not your dimples? Whose are
There's
they?
more to me than my dimples.
There's more to you than your dimples.
Yes, I don't know
Like
what there is,
what?
but I don't know what there is.
Come on.
I still try to figure.
How would you describe yourself?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
I don't know because I just keep like, who am I? I'm going through that stage right now where I'm like, what do I want? I'm through an existential moment right now too. Again, I'm like, I don't know where I am in life. I'm not happy where I am, but I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing.
Is that existential? Is that what you said?
Yeah, a little, isn't it? A little bit. I think
And how old are you?
27.
Oh, God. What a baby, 27. You're so
Thank you.
lucky. You're so lucky.
I don't know. I just feel that people around my age, but in past years, they knew what they wanted. They were in the careers. Me, I'm still like, I don't know. I still feel very immature for my age. Like, I still feel like I'm 21, 22.
Do you have siblings?
Yes,
Younger or older?
both.
Oh, both. How many siblings?
6. From my dad's first marriage, I have 3 older siblings, and then my mom and my stepdad, I have 2 younger siblings.
So are you kind of in the middle?
If yes, my dad, I'm the youngest born, and if my mom, I'm her firstborn. So
Oh, well, that would make you a little confused, really. I don't think you're not confused.
I hope not.
No, but we're just trying to get it out of you because today the young people are so different than in my days. Really, as young as you are and as young as I would like to be, it's tough.
Well-
It's very tough these days for young people. It really is.
Well, we've lost so much in this society. Laws, regulations. Okay, one of the things that happened when I was a kid, people worked on their own cars, period. So you learned from your father, and girls learned from their mother, because the mother was in the kitchen, the dad was out Saturday working on the car, and so you learn. But now many of the things are taken away. You can't work on a car anymore. I mean, it's all, and in the kitchen, because most women are actually career oriented now, they're just pulling some boil in a bag out, so the daughters don't get the interaction with the mom that they, and this is part of what made, unfortunately, everything different.
And everything is so fast, isn't it? It really is. So you're lucky at 27, at least you have a job.
Yes, that's.
And it's a job that you really enjoy.
That I am glad for, because I am very happy about. I keep telling my friends, like, I get out here, I'm tired, I'm stressed, but it's like a high. I like how I feel, and
Yeah, it's you feel that you actually accomplished something. You can point to it. I mean, let's take an assembly worker. They put 100 widgets on as something goes through a day. Well, fine, they go into Macy's and point to a blender and said, I put that knob on it, but that we have our pinkies in magic.
Yep.
The show, all the shows, the music, everything. I mean, this is magic time when we do shows.
And you really feel that way.
Oh, yes.
Do you feel that way too, Rene? Well, I mean, what else is there? Really? I mean, to be excited about what you're doing. I congratulate both of you on that, really. Why do you think I chose you to be guests?
because your cats didn't show up.
You're not supposed to say that. Oh, that's the worst I've ever heard.
Well, you see, I always look,
Oh, Rene.
but
Oh,
I
my
actually look.
God, I'm exposed.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
tell you what. I look forward to seeing you and many other shows.
You're off.
Well, I do like working on your show. I do enjoy being here. I do.
But no, I look forward to seeing you and all the people here. Everyone here is great. There are a couple of, shall we say, misfits that show up every so often, but for the most part, it's wonderful. People come in joking, laughing.
Mm-hmm.
They do a good job, and they leave the place laughing. They don't leave the place crawling, going,
yeah.
mercy, mercy.
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean.
we don't know about tonight, but
Well,
no.
I lit the show, and I'm still here, and I'm still smiling.
Yeah, that's such a kick. Well, it turns out that my guest did not show up, and
I'm sorry.
But I wasn't going to say anything.
And so I said to Shelley, our director, I said, what am I going to do? And she said, well, it'd be great to interview your crew. And I've always wanted to do that. Do you think I'm going to interview you again, honey?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't blame you. I'm a horrible interviewer.
I'll tell you, you got to get our floor director, Jim
Yes.
C. right.
Oh, Jim is, no, our crew, I always say this, it's true, and now I have the opportunity again. But our crew is so good, so faithful, and so much fun. And to be able to interview you both has been quite an experience. No,
I'm sorry. Yeah,
no,
but
it's
but
great.
I will work on your show all
No,
the time.
it's
We
great.
have ice. I can give you an ice pack afterwards.
No, it's great. And that's what's so much fun about doing a show, that it's so spontaneous. And I knew a little bit about Robin, but I didn't know that much about your background. But honey, I know you now.
Never again.
No. I can't wait to interview you again.
Thank you.
Anyway, just let me take some water. Just a second.
You see, I
So-
feel quite cool.
Anyway, I want to thank you, Robin Frank, so much, and of course our darling René
Thank you.
Mendoza. I think you know who you are. I do. And of course, the crew. I just wish I could interview the rest of my crew. I really do. And of course, I thank you all so much. And I want to thank the audience for watching, because what would we do without you? And this glorious show tonight is going to be on YouTube thanks to René Mendoza. And you know what? This is really from the heart. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.